Am I a gold digger? And do I teach women to become gold diggers? Well, ladies, today you're gonna finally find out, because I am spilling the juiciness in today's video, because I am going to answer some of your assumptions and misconceptions about School of Affluence. Let's find out what they are. My dear elegant ladies, welcome back to another video. Ladies, a while ago I asked you on my Instagram, and if you don't follow me there yet, make sure to visit School of Affluence. I asked the question, what was your assumptions about me, about School of Affluence, before you got to know my work and my platforms? It was actually quite interesting to see, because there were some that were repeatedly mentioned. So that actually motivated me to create a video and answer them once and for all. And maybe you get a bit of understanding where things are coming from. Actually, for this one, I don't even have to check my phone to see what people thought, but let's start with the first one. Now, the question is School of Affluence a school for gold diggers or not? And I guess this one is probably one of the most common ones. So usually what happens when we have certain assumptions is that actually that's more a projection of our own self rather than has anything to do with the other person. I think people who link School of Affluence with School of Gold Diggers is because they have certain stereotypes that they act upon. So this has nothing to really do with me, but unfortunate how our society is built. If a woman sets boundaries in dating, with finances, then she is a gold digger. If a woman wants to marry up, if a woman wants to do better for herself, if a woman wants to elevate herself, then she is a gold digger. I mean, today we have to walk on this massive minefield to not be gold diggers. It's like, if I do this, then I'm a gold digger. If I do that, then I'm a gold digger. So I think some people who are not very educated and very stuck in stereotypical views and perhaps don't expand their mind to certain thinking, yes, most likely they will think that this is a school for gold diggers. It's a very narrow way of looking at things, unfortunately. But I am very lucky that I'm still able to reach so many people worldwide who sees that this is not a school for gold digger, who actually sees my program and my YouTube channel and my work for what it actually is. I'm here to empower women, and I'm here to help women with their transformation, which is both a physical transformation, a mental transformation, an inner transformation, but also lifestyle transformation. And it's really wonderful that I do have this great opportunity to change people's lives and actually empower women for the better. So I don't really see how that can be gold digging. Anyway, moving on. So the next one actually is a little bit the same. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but a school for sugar babies. I mean, what can I say? The answer will be pretty much the same as with the previous one. I don't know why sugar babies though in particularly, because I've never really made any content about sugar babies, but no, it's not a school for sugar babies either. I think my type of content is really applicable for anybody, regardless of what they do with their life. And definitely not only women who are interested in high society or elegance. I think a lot of the things that I teach, I always take into all kinds of women worldwide. So even though my niche is more of elegance and affluence, it's not only cut for that specific audience. Okay, we have a lot of Russian here. A lot of Russian, so I guess a lot of people do think that I'm Russian. So let's clear out my heritage, since it seems to be quite important for a lot of people. Now, my heritage is, yes, I do have Russian in my heritage. So to give you the full spectrum, my mother is from Estonia with Russian background, since Estonia is an ex-Soviet country. So then my father, he is from Finland. And I myself grew up in Sweden. So this kind of complicates things a bit, because I am a bit of a mix. However, I look quite Russian because I look very much like my mother, and she is technically Russian. So that's why people oftentimes jump to conclusions that I am Russian. But the thing is that I've never been to Russia, so it feels hard for me to associate myself with a Russian, even though I personally wouldn't mind, because I do think it's a very exciting and rich culture. If you ladies remember my blog, Jet Set Babe, which doesn't exist anymore, I used to repost a lot of Eastern European women because they really do fascinate me. I love their style, I love their femininity, and they're also also very good with setting boundaries. If you have to define me as something, then I guess I would be Swedish because it's my passport. I've always lived in Sweden, so I was raised in a Swedish culture. Swedish is my first language. I speak it perfectly. I certainly feel quite international, so I call myself a citizen of the world. Ladies, sorry for interrupting you, but I have a big announcement. As you know, I am going to discontinue my current program, the 7-Step Formula to High Society, and we are closing the doors to the program in exactly 48 hours. So if you are still interested in purchasing this program that will get discontinued, go to schoolofaffluence.com and join us today. Saturday at midnight, we are closing the doors. Okay, let's do the next one. And this one also came up quite a lot, and this one is a little bit annoying, I must say. I'm gonna explain why I find it annoying. So, the fact that I'm a dating coach, the fact that I'm a billionaire matchmaker, honestly, these taglines are becoming so tiring because I wonder sometimes how journalism works. And really, I'm not throwing any shade at journalists because I do appreciate the fact that I've received a lot of publicity and a lot of journalists like to write about me. So thank you for that. I do appreciate the attention. However, I also appreciate when people get the facts straight. And I do know that journalists like to write whatever fits their boat, whatever fits their agenda. And they're very much aware that I'm not a billionaire matchmaker, but it sells more if that's what they write about me. It creates juicier taglines. I get it, but it almost becomes a little bit frustrating because people really get confused. They think I am a matchmaker, so they're contacting me and asking me to set them up with people. You know how many messages like that I receive on a regular basis? So that's why I'm now trying to really explain, in my channels that I'm not a matchmaker. Please, ladies, do not contact me if you want to be matched up with somebody. And I'm also not a dating coach, so that's something else that they keep writing about. The fact that I teach women how to get a rich man. I guess that also sells and creates headlines. However, I'm not a dating coach because I don't specialize in dating advice. I specialize in lifestyle advice and helping women upgrade their lifestyle primarily. Then, of course, dating falls in under the bracket of lifestyle, so I also do touch upon that subject. So when it comes to the rich man topic, I've been very straightforward about the fact that I talk about high society, I talk about affluence, and obviously affluent men are going to fall under that spectrum. But I do still think that what is really more important sometimes, it's not really how much money the man has. It's actually what quality he possesses. Because there's a lot of affluent men out there who are really low quality men. And I wouldn't want my ladies to be associated with that type of man. So I am talking more these days about dating high quality men. Because ultimately, that's what I believe in. However, we do like to have a man who is financially stable and affluent, and that I'm never going to lie about. So let's see here. Snob, think that I'm better than other people? Huh? Well, wait, I think we have a few more actually. So we have arrogant, judgmental. I kind of think that we should actually group these together because they all kind of fall under the same bracket. I think a lot of the times, like I mentioned, a lot of people project their own things about when they hear certain topics or certain words or see someone look a particular way. I think that if you get to know me, you really know that I'm none of these things. Okay, last one. And yes, this one, of course, this one had to join the conversation. Anti-feminist. I guess because I have certain conversations that are important to me and that I'm very passionate about. And also because we live in a climate where certain feminism has been imposed on us. And I am here as this person who is questioning it. So people assume then that I'm an anti-feminist when in every conversation that I make, I really make clear that actually I'm a traditional feminist. I'm not even going to try to validate myself how much of a feminist I am. I really don't have energy with that or think that it matters, honestly. Because if you are somebody and you still don't get the message that I'm actually here to empower women, support women, and help women, and I see this as probably my biggest mission in life, then I can't do more than that. I'm sorry. Then I'm out of here. No, but really, ladies, anti-feminist is probably like a very bizarre thing to say about me, to tell you the truth. But yeah, if people want to think in stereotypes, then I guess that is up to each and every individual. I do think that one of the things that we can learn from some of these assumptions is that it's definitely good to try and widen your horizons a little bit and not to maybe jump to conclusions very fast. Now, ladies, if you want to get to know me better, there is a video that I did called Get to Know Me, where I answer some of your questions so that you can get to know me. I will see you in that video.